Next item is number 10, an application for a certificate of appropriateness at 738 Broadway in the NoHo Historic District, docket number 15-8617, block 545, lot 23 in Manhattan. An Italianate-style warehouse designed by John Warren Rich and Evan Griffiths and built in 1867. And the application is to install signage and lighting.
Good afternoon, Commissioners and the Water Preservation staff. The item before you is for 738 Broadway in the NoHo Historic District. The building is located mid-block on the east side of the street between Astor Place and West 4th Street. The existing conditions for the building are shown here. A close-up of the storefront is here. The proposal is to install signage on the ground floor storefront, including non-illuminated painted metal letters on non-painted metal framing at the transom, a painted metal bracket sign here, and a vinyl window decal here. The proposal is also to include cope lights to illuminate the signage at the transoms. The Commission should also note that the infill interiors are all modern and were approved by the Commission in 2006. This is being reviewed today because staff rules do not allow for this type of signage or installation method at the transom. So the project applicant is here to further explain the proposal and answer your questions.
Good afternoon, Commissioners. My name is Guy Cohn. I'm the architect. Essentially, it's a simple sign application to place these metal letters in this framework, this sign in the other framework here, and this is just an applied applique on the inside of the window here. We do have some indirect lighting, which is allowed in the zoning district to have a very small angle right here with LEDs to shine up on the lights. They run across the bottom and the top. And the support structure of the letters is stainless steel, so it kind of disappears within the glazing and the reflection of the windows behind.
All right, questions? Any questions for the applicant?
The gooseneck is not part of the proposal,
That was existing, yes.
So just describe again how that sign is attached then? So it's in the transom, but it's...
There's a blade sign that we're requesting here, coming off of the framework here and projecting here 3 feet by 1 foot 4.
No, the one that's in the transom. Isn't there one? So is this here, is this on the transom? Is there glass behind that?
There is glass behind it.
Okay, so, and so how
But
is
there's a
this
frame
one
in front of
attached?
it, right?
There's a frame, and the glass is behind. The frame is sort of, the signage is in line with the frame because it's a 3-dimensional storefront, but the glass is behind. So if you look at the profile of the frame in detail 3, you'll see the frame is here, the signage is here, and then there's actually a pilaster that projects in front here, which is before the sign, proud of the sign.
Yes, Fred? Yeah, go ahead.
I don't know what David Z does, but is this the normal logo and the color of the logo?
Well, David Z has been a retailer in New York for over 25 years. He's mainly had his stores on Broadway, so he's a hometown store. It's not a large chain. And his logo has changed over the years. Sometimes it's white, sometimes it's black, sometimes it's red. In this particular case, we chose red because the storefront itself is so monochromatic white. We felt that the white would be a little too glaring.
Yeah, I can see why you would choose it, why a retailer would choose that, but I'm thinking that because of the white, the red is so glaring. That's just my thought, anyway.
Any Yes, questions?
Question, just to clarify. So the reason that you're putting it over the glass transom is because you don't have a sign band of adequate
That's
height
correct.
on the
There's
corners?
a very
Right.
thin sign band which acts more as a cornice.
Mhm.
So if you look at the building, you don't really want to put it up here. And this little band
Right.
here is very thin,
Mhm.
so it seemed to be appropriate in that
Mhm.
placement.
Mhm.
Design decision.
Okay, any other questions?
And that little peace sign, I guess, to the side is the same, thickness, the same, whatever.
He's had the peace sign in a lot of his graphics for many years. So it's been, actually it was there when the peace signs were originally kept. That old.
All right, are there speakers on this item? Any speakers? Community Board 2 recommends denial of the red letters unless they're reduced in size or are in scale with the transom. And then they've talked about, I guess, illumination, which we do not regulate. Let me see, they further state that the applied stickers to be denied, I guess they're talking about the decal at the lower level, and that the medallion and the blade sign be approved. All right, so you were not the only person who had a concern with, with the red. Does anybody, yes, you'd like to respond to that?
May I just
Yes,
respond to
please.
that? The decals here could go if we don't like them. They're just an applied sticker and, they don't have to be permanent. They're more just to tie the colors in, but if that's an issue, we can get rid of them also.
And is
I
that
don't
the
have any
whole
issue with
glass? Is that the entire
No,
glass?
just at the bottom.
Well, keep in mind, we have a subway stop right in
Mhm.
front of here, as you
Mhm.
can see here. So the idea was to add a little color, not higher than the actual
Oh.
railing of the subway
Mm,
stop,
mhm,
because it's right in front of the actual storefront itself.
mhm.
But if the sticker bothers people, we don't mind getting rid of it.
I don't have any issue with it. I think it's fine.
And what would, did you look at small, what would be the effect if it were smaller? I mean, it's 1.5 feet. What if it were even a foot? I mean, 1.5 feet is a,
Of the signage?
yes, if it were less than that proportionately, if it was a foot, you'd still,
I don't know, if you
But
go to
anyway,
this
that's
portion
just
of
me.
Broadway, quite frankly, you see all kinds of signs. I don't find either the color or the size really that disturbing. It's just one sign. I'm sorry? I know, it's cacao, and I'm just looking at these other pictures.
This building is a beautiful building, but I think what's wrong with it is the color of the building itself is wrong. Maybe not the sign.
Right, but I think, Fred, you could live with this color, right?
Yeah.
I know, okay.
Making points.
I know, I think if you walk on Broadway, there's so much different colors and size and illumination.
Stuff hanging out on the
I know, there are a lot of things at the window, I know that's true. Okay, Michael, would you like to read that? Yes, thank you.
In the matter of 738 Broadway in the NoHo Historic District, an application to install signage and lighting, I recommend approval, finding that the installation of proposed signage will not eliminate, alter, or destroy any significant architectural features of the building. The installation of the non-illuminated painted metal letters and logo will be consistent with the character of the signage historically found at buildings of this type, style, and age. That the painted metal bracket sign installed in modern wood and fill will be simple in design and well scaled to the storefront and the building.
Seconded?
That the vinyl,
Oh, sorry.
hold please. That
Okay.
that the vinyl signage, including the peace sign, which is not working as of yet, limited to the bottom of the display windows and obscured by the subway entrance, will not substantially diminish the transparency of the display window, and the cove lighting will be simply designed, helping it to remain a discreet presence at the storefront.
Now,
All in favor? Any opposed? Okay, this Resolution's been passed.